Hello, everyone, and welcome to RHAP's coverage of Australian Survivor Brains v Brawn II. I'm here for a very special annual tradition that we do. It's a look for Australian Survivor, one of my favorite times of the year. And to do that, we, of course, have to bring in one of my favorite people and people to podcast with, but also in general, it is a great Brice Izyah. Brice, thank you for being here.
Shannon, thank you so much for having me. It's our annual tradition. And obviously, since Australia cut out the beauty of Brain and Brawn, I am here to
You're
bring the
bringing it.
beauty.
I
Yes,
love it.
I
Exactly. They
got
had to retire
to.
it.
Yeah, they had to. But, I'm here to serve the looks. And I'm excited because this is like one of my favorite times of the year. I get the podcast with you. And, I got my Instagram ready because, I likes to follow some of the Australian players, especially the zaddies. And I do have to give you a huge shout out, Shannon, because you do know the Brice Izyah 2025 zaddy calendar is available. Shout out to Austin on the cover. However, I do have an Australian zaddy. Ferris is Mr. September in
Oh my
Brice
God.
Izyah, and he only knows me from Issa Look. So I appreciate the opportunity to stretch across the pond to find zaddies. So I'm excited to see what we got.
Yeah, I love it. It's like, firstly, this is where we figure out that it's true what they say, that the beauty part of Australia Brains v Brawn is that everyone they cast is always really beautiful. And I guess we'll find that out today, but also that this is kind of like a little bit of like a early audition for possibly, not to get anyone's hopes up, but for possibly a future zaddy calendar, because look how far our impact is that Ferris got on the calendar. So what? So did he reach out to you, or like how? Or did you reach out to him, or you just saw him in Issa Look and were like, put him in my calendar, and then he also
I
won
mean,
the game?
I saw them at Issa Look. I tuned into the season last year briefly because Shannon don't
That's
send
a
me the
lot.
links. So yeah.
Oh, don't put that on
Mm,
me.
no, I am. And that's a point for me. Okay. And if you know a podcast with me and Shannon, we go points for points because we did a podcast. You said, Brice, I'm gonna send you the links. I never got the links.
I don't think I did say that. And that podcast was 5 years ago. The way was still griping. Look, I can hold a beef, right? That's kind of my thing. So 5 years on, we're still competing on that. But okay, firstly, I can send you links just on the and like, but also, okay, yeah. So you're telling about Ferris. That was the story
Yeah.
before the drive-bys.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I watched some of it, and of course I sent him a congratulations, and we just went back and forth. And then he was like, Zaddy, and I said, are you kidding? And when I tell you Ferris delivered, I had no idea. Well, I mean, I knew from the season, but Ferris delivered in the photos. So listen, Issa Look not only predicts winners, it predicts zaddies. So I am
Yeah.
on the hunt for a Brice Izyah 2026 zaddy. So I'm hoping it can get an Australian.
We're scouting. This is a
Yes.
big deal. There's a lot going on. Now, in the past, again with the gripes, I know that you've had issues with my PowerPoint
Child.
presentations, that they're too small. This is the cast photo, so everyone's gonna be smaller. But what are your takes on the cast photo? Obviously, we are on YouTube, as we are for this whole season. If the
All
glasses,
right.
if you're
Had to put my
missing that,
glasses
you're
on.
the drive-bys in now prop form are getting way too harsh. Bryce, we have the cast photo. If anyone not watching on YouTube, you should be watching. What are your thoughts now that you've zeroed in with your better eyesight?
So, this very small image that Shannon has provided me, but then the fans will say it's big, but it's fine. It to me, it's very diverse in age and size, right? Because normally I feel like Australian Survivor is really big on like there are very big fit players, and I feel like here we've got a melting pot of ages, sizes. So I think that it makes for a really good season. They all are giving me very tough. Uh, and I mean, I feel like I'm spotting some zaddies as I look, but it's kind of like it's giving me high school reunion from 15 years ago. That was like a school that was in the middle of the city that pulled from all different parts of the city. And this is 20 years later, and everybody kind of is on their own different journey because I couldn't tell you a theme from looking at this photo. I
Yeah,
I just yeah.
exactly. Your
It's
cows
a lot.
obs. It's what?
I would say it's a lot. Like
Yeah,
I don't know if the tree is dying. I don't know what's going on here. But
yeah. Your
I'm
cows obs. Your powers of observation are excellent because that's what we've been saying, that it's an older cast. Again, kind of an accidental drive-by that you're like, it looks like a 15-year reunion. That's my year. This year's my 15-year high school reunion. Yeah.
I had a high school reunion this past December. We don't need to say the year, but whew.
Yeah, exactly. And we've been saying that Brains v Brawn, but like some people kind of felt like they were like we shoe brawned into certain tribes. Especially Brawn, it's like it didn't feel so thematic. It felt kind of like these were the people they wanted to cast, and then they like put them into Brains and Brawn. So I get like you're saying it's eclectic, and I completely agree.
Yeah. And I'm really hoping from what I'm seeing right now, like I hope when we get into the individual photos that Braun isn't the stereotypical "Rrr," because you can be Braun in so many other ways. And so I'm hoping to see that here. But again, I I'm looking at somebody I guess this would as we're looking at the screen to the left, they're in the bottom, look like they got on green velour pants,
Yes.
doing a little doing a jailhouse pose, like, but they look 13, right? So I feel like this somebody brought their kid to the high school 15-year reunion.
Well, the velour pants we've spoken about. That we'll talk about her because I think that you'll like her. But let's move on. This is the Brains tribe. Nope, I did the wrong thing. But back to the Brains tribe. Now, this is going to confuse you like it confused me because the glasses are back. Because the Brains tribe is like the orange red that your Brawn tribe was, and that all Brawn tribes are. And the Brawn tribe is like that teal that the Brains tribe were on your season. So, like, my brain, it's breaking my brain. Like, every time I look at this, I think you must be Brawn, but it's not. And also, obviously, there's a lot of strong people here, but this is the Brains tribe.
Okay. Yeah, this is very eclectic. It's giving motorcycle, farmer, PE, yoga teacher, PTE meeting. Like it looked like they all kind of got together and said, boom. But there are some very strong poses in this brain tribe right here. It's very interesting. And no one is like jumping out at me is like I would want to cheat off of in school. So I am curious to see these individual photos, but they definitely are bringing it. I mean, if a motorcycle, yoga teacher, and a farmer had a baby and 30 years later, this is they
Yeah.
they grandchildren in them photos. It's very interesting, but I like it because it's not what you normally expect. So I feel like this cast and this season is going to be amazing. And you already know Australia Survivor, and as quiet as it's kept, I'm gonna whisper it. It's superior to the US Survivor. Now, okay, I said it
Yo.
because yeah, I listen.
You'll go viral.
This I'm Australian Survivor, I'm sorry. Like their
People love it.
challenges, how longer it is, the zaddies, like as quiet as it's kept. I mean, and it shouldn't even be as quiet because they really are. This is the superior.
Well, you mentioned PTA meetings. There's literally a PTA vice president. You have a gift. You have a gift. Where am I? Where's my? Okay, here we are.
Oh, okay, Allie.
Yeah, this is Allie. Put her name there. You can see my PowerPoint skills photo and like one text of the name. What do you think of Allie? We'll go, yeah, women first, and then
Okay,
we'll go to the men.
I like Allie. I am nervous for Allie because immediately we do not like thumbs. So I feel
Yeah,
like Allie is going to be revealing a lot of things. I like the hat. I like the blazer. This is a very interesting pose. We don't see a lot of these poses in the US, and so I love it. And so I feel like she is holding a hat and getting ready to kind of like take the hat down. And for me, that signifies when you are on a horse and you're about to get off the horse and you see somebody, you take your hat off, you say, nice to meet you. So I feel like
yeah. When
Allie
you're on a
is going
horse, yeah,
right. But I
100%.
mean, that's how my brain works, Shannon. So I feel like Allie's going to be very friendly. I feel like Allie came for business. She got that blazer on, but I get very nervous with her putting her hand in the pocket and the thumb. I feel like she's going to think that she's going to be having and making alliances, but people are going to see her coming. But we like Allie, okay? Hats off
When
to
you get off
you,
the
Allie.
horse, hats
Yes.
off when you get off the horse, of course. very business country chic, right? As you said, a blazer with a bit of the country vibe with the hat. Yeah, I mean, this is like corporate country.
Yes. Come on, corporate country. Okay.
Yeah, a whole new aesthetic that I think people aren't tapped into enough.
Well, we about to. Okay, this is the year for corporate
Trendsetter.
country. Yes.
All right, this is
Ah,
indie, as you can see by
okay.
my PowerPoint presentation.
Yes.
Thoughts on
We
indie?
we like indie very much. Okay, loving the braids. Okay, if you know, you know. Okay, Indy says she coming out on Survivor. She not playing with the hair. So first of all, that's a we like Indy already. Very strong pose. This is like winner-esque pose. Very like Indy is smart and she's going to be commanding. This pose to me signifies I ain't coming to play. Don't think because I am a lady that I am going to play by your rules. I get very much Indy plays by her own rules. She's got hoop earrings, and so if you know, you know, you got hoop earrings in. That means if you playing with me, I'm gonna take a hoop out, and we're gonna get the business. I don't know if this is a skirt or a short set, a
I
skirt,
think it's a
but
short set if I'm looking at it, on my very small PowerPoint. I think that
okay.
I
Let me
think
hold
it I
on. Let me.
think there's a it's a
Okay,
little bit of a jumpsuit
it's a
situation.
romper. Okay.
Yeah.
Indy got a romper on, hands on her hips, no thumbs, looking directly at the camera, not really smiling, but smiling, and has hoops on. We love Indy, okay?
Yeah.
I love Indy. This is a very strong pose. Love the floral prints. She came to the 15-year reunion ready to stunt on people.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty perfect. Like, I don't want to say that we've already peaked two people in, but this is going to be a hard bar to clear. As you said, no thumbs. The romper, difficult to go to the bathroom. Got to think about it. But
I
I've seen
mean,
more impractical outfit choices even on this cast, so I can't, fault it too much.
yeah, she's ready to play. The only thing that I worry about Indy is because this photo is like it eats down like 10 tens on the boards. I worry that she might be a little intense and people might put a target on her back because Indy command like she commands this photo. Love it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, Indy already off to the races, like you are on a
Yeah.
horse, and then taking off your hat with Indy, and this is Karen.
Uh, Karen had me at the duck. Okay. The duck for me, quack, quack. But we love ducks. And you know what it makes me think
Yes.
about here in the US when we are driving our cars, sometimes in the spring times, the ducks have their children and they stop traffic. People will stop
Hmm.
cars for the Ducks. And I feel like people are going to stop for Indy. She's going to have something in her personality that people are going to stop and listen. They might not perceive her as being a strong player, but Indy has something inside of her. Very wise choice to wear a what you call overalls with a duck on it. That's a statement piece. She's got her two braids, classic, cornrow braids. And I like the fact how she has one braid flipped to the front and the other braid in the back. Indy is signaling to us, I'm nice, I'm friendly, I'm a duck. However, have you ever met a mama duck when you go near the ducks?
No.
Th-
Have
th-
you?
yeah, well, a geese. Well, we have like, yeah, yeah, because in my parking lot at my job in the
Oh
springtime,
yeah.
like they
I've
will attack you. Like
Yeah.
they will attack. And so I feel like she will attack if needed. Very like non-threatening pose, hand over hand. However, immediately we see a thumb. So I
Yeah.
get worried that somebody might identify the mama duck in her and make her a target. But overall, I'm loving this. I'm
Overall.
loving the style and the okay overall of the
Yeah.
overalls with the duck. I'm loving this energy.
Okay. But to go back to the overalls are impractical. And what material is that? Is that like a corduroy? Do you do you feel like because
It's given jean, so it's not going to dry well. So
no.
I'm hoping she has a bathing suit or some shorts because I know from my purple pants, once they wet, Shannon, it's over.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to sacrifice comfort for fashion, and I think a lot of people on this cast are doing that.
Uh, oh,
Yeah. This is Laura.
okay, Laura. First of all, Laura gives me very high energy. I feel like Laura is a morning person. I feel like in the early morning, Laura's going to be like, she's going to be ready to go. Giving beach vibes. I feel like Laura lives somewhere near the coast. I feel like she is very friendly. Strong pose. She's got like a little rope shell necklace, has her hair pulled back. A very strong pose. I get people might not think that Laura is strong, but this pose to me signifies very strong but friendly. Like I can't, it's like I could see Laura being a doctor or like of some type of like what do you call it? Like what's the no, I'm a little slow sometimes. Like it's not the regular medicine, holistic. I could see Laura being somewhere in the like holistic business owner, something where like Laura has to carry the weight or she is very
Yeah, you're
I
somewhat
can't
close on
okay.
holistic. But if I gave you 100 guesses, you'd never get it. So your gifts are taking you close to what she is, but you could never ever guess. No one could guess. Her job title for the season is listed as witch. Yeah, so that's holistic.
That's a very holistic. See,
Yeah,
and mind you, as quiet as it's kept, most people think negative things of witches. The witches that I know,
yeah,
first of all, are some bad witches. Bad as in good, but
yeah.
like they're business owners. People come to them for potions. People come for them for like different type of things. So there's that business. Okay, listen, that strong pose Laura is getting. Wait, I like Laura because don't mess with Laura. Don't I need
Yeah,
Laura to
she's a
go
witch.
far. And I need
Yeah,
for her to like practice something or show us something on this season. Oh, I like Laura.
yeah.
And the necklace gives it. And
Mm.
it's that like very free giving aesthetic that she is giving, and that can lend to a witch. Come on, Laura, you better put witches back on the mat.
Yeah. Well, it's been a big time for witches. I think Wicked kind of put witches back on the map, but she could
Okay.
continue. She could continue that. This has been a
Okay.
strong start. I feel like, how
Listen,
are you going to make a winner pick? There's so many people you like.
I don't, Shannon, I don't know. Listen, I just go with the spirit. But listen, there is a lot of people I like, and this is the Brain Tribe, and they are giving very strong photos. So I am kind of nervous to see what the Brawn Tribe gives because these brains are showing up.
Yeah. Well, this is
Oh,
Logan.
oh, oh, wait a minute. Let me get my Instagram out because not Logan giving me the. You really want to take my photo right now? We about to play stuff. This is the Brain Tribe. You got a duck on your overall. Logan.
Yeah.
Okay. I Who is casting these people? This
Yeah.
is like 10 for 10. This is a very interesting pose because it to me is the quintessential like in American Survivor, hand on the hip and your hand down. To me, that signifies strong player, but I'm putting my hand down. So I want you to know that I'm open. But Logan is putting hand on hip, very strong. If you notice the hand that's on the hip, the thumb is not showing. However, the way she has her hand on her head, it's almost like, oh, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. You can see my thumb, but it's a setup. It's a trap.
Oh. Oh,
Lauren,
trick them.
yes. She's tricking them. She's clearly fit. Clearly, this outfit is flowy. She's ready to play. We like Logan. What's Logan's last name, Shannon?
Johannesson. She's actually a wag. That's her profession title.
What
You know,
ain't that
wives
like
of
a
golf. Yeah.
uh, uh, uh,
You know, like of a football player.
yes, Logan? Can you introduce me to
I think he's taken.
no, introduce me to some other players.
Oh,
What,
not a husband. Right.
Logan?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a hag.
We don't have a lot of hags. We're not progressive
Husband.
enough yet.
Well, listen, we about to get there. Wait, I'm sorry. What was Logan's last name?
Johannesson, it's so Logan and then Johha.
Okay,
Nnifen.
Logan Shine, see her. Okay, my first follow. Let's look at her. Oh, come on, Jason.
Yeah.
Okay, I like Logan. Okay, Logan, you got my first follow. Listen,
Oh.
she is giving taken. Okay, she is giving. She's giving nanny. She's giving. I like it, but it's a cover. I see you, Logan. You are. We Shannon, I'm having so much fun.
I
Like this
know.
is,
I'm enthused by your enthusiasm.
yeah, that I don't know where all these people was hiding in that. Well, I mean, if maybe Shannon made the photo a little bigger, I could have saw all these
Thanks, I
people in
can
the
make
cast
it.
photo.
I'm constricted by the parameters of PowerPoint, Brice.
Yes. And maybe it's the background. She chose a plain old, But
I
listen,
put in no
we still
effort.
love Shannon.
You can
Okay.
tell this was a last minute effort, and it was. I think this is our last woman on the Brains tribe. This is Zara.
Okay. What's up with these poses? These are so interesting.
Yes.
One, first of all, we love the outfit. We love the hair. Zara reminds me a little bit of Trish from my season.
Okay, yeah, I see
So,
that.
right, like, and
Yeah.
Zara hand on the hip and her hand up. Now, not like Logan. Zara is essentially like that hand up is supposed to be like, hey, if you see me, like we can work. But it's really like, don't come over here. I don't know if you've ever were a child, you were in the store, you was touching stuff, and your mom would be like, so Zara is really playing us as well, too. Zara is very strong, very smart. I get she is in some type of, I don't know. I say tech. Like, I want to say the obvious is like yoga or something, just by the vibes that she's giving. She has had to do like martial arts or played sports before because this is an interesting pose.
Well, she is very athletic, but everyone on this cast is like
Wow.
crazy athletic. Like I hate them. And then she's the PTA vice president, and she's also like a fashion influencer and a mom. She's like a big flashy.
Very much so. You can see in the print of her outfit that she is flashy. It's very modern, homey aesthetic, but the print is killing it. The pose is unique. Zara is going to leave her mark on the season for absolutely sure. Now, I don't know if she's going to be my winner pick, but I could definitely see Zara going far.
There are a lot of good winner pick options. I meant that she was a slashy, like someone who's like this slash that slash, who has a lot of job titles. But
Yeah.
she also is flashy. She's a flashy slashy.
She is. I could tell by the curls in her hair. If you look at her hair is very long. At the bottom is still curled. Zara, if no one told you this today, I appreciate the extra effort that you took out there to curl that hair because it's paying off, sister.
And her hair is really staying in that Samoan heat, like better than my hair stays in Sydney. And I'm jealous of that. Like she has hair longevity.
Zara pays attention to detail, and she is going to be one of the first people to suspect somebody has an idol or an advantage, calling it first.
All right. Well, we're moving on to the men. This is AJ. I don't know if the men can possibly enthuse you as much as the women did, because that was a high bar of how much you loved the Brains women.
Yes.
But we'll move it on to AJ. This is AJ.
AJ gives me he's very smart.
He's a brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what AJ doing in this photo. Okay, he got a sailor hat on. He got his buff on top of his head, but he said, I got curly hair. I want you to see a little bit of the curly hair. He's got his hat tied very tight. He's got a shirt that matches the aesthetic. Then he's got like a wool jacket. He's giving the signature pose, very hands on both hips, but it looks like he's tilted a little bit. And so I feel like when people have their hands on the hips, that means like I'm here to play. Like I'm not out here to make friends, but I'm here to play. But he's tilted a little bit. So when people are tilted, Shannon, I feel like that means like I let things go by. Like my exterior is saying like I'm here to play. However, like I'm going to let some stuff go by. So it gives that AJ is a really nice guy. I get that AJ is very smart. I feel like AJ was raised safety first, right? Like I feel like his mom was very protective of him because he has this hat on and the way he has it tied all the way up, like it's like things are supposed to be where they are supposed to be, right? That's how I feel like AJ is going to play. I get that AJ is a lover of the show. I feel like AJ has watched every season. I feel like AJ is going to, he's going to be one of those people. I almost maybe even could get a little Andy from last season from AJ. I think we, the fans, are going to like AJ.
Yeah, well, I love getting into the child psychology of it all. AJ is a poker player, which I know that you have experience with in your fellow Kaelan pre-merger. The last time a brain was a poker player, it didn't go super well. The bar is low for AJ to clear. So that's what we're looking for, right? We're just looking him to get to episode 3 like you did, Brice.
Yeah, that's all you need. But see, a poker player is interesting because I think of said person from my season who I no longer speak to, but that person came in very confident and very like wanted to be seen. I don't get this from AJ, right? Like, I think that AJ might keep his cards close to his chest. We like AJ.
All right. AJ, I don't know if he can, again, if he can match the women, but we're trying. This is Kaelan.
Okay.
This is an interesting pose as well.
I feel like the cameraman said, spin around 3 times and then stop and pose, because these poses are next level. But Kaelan gives me like, what's the word? He gives me rural vibes, right? He's very strong. I can't really see the pattern on his shorts, but I feel like I would like the pattern on the shorts. Something interesting, right? Like
it's a flower,
but and it matches the salmon in his shirt. He's got his buff. Like, I can see him being very smart, but I also feel like he gives me like that person that doesn't like pay attention to the details, like, just ran out the house, right? Because it looks like his shorts are drawstring, and if you can see, well, it's hard to see from these images, but
let's just really zoom in there on that crotch area.
And it's not tied really tightly, right? And like the buttons on his shirt none of them are buttoned. It looks like he kind of just like, so I get that he is, when it's time to go, we go. Like, he doesn't really pay attention to the details. We can clearly see he's strong. I could see the veins poking in the one arm. We see no thumbs, and he is giving the quintessential hand on the hip and hand down, which tells me that he clearly has trained and is ready to play for Survivor, but he is willing to work with people and get to know people. I worry in just this quick assessment that he might not look at the details of things that people are saying and might fall victim to a blind side or his ally turning on him and him not really knowing it. But I feel like he's going to be another great player to watch.
Yeah, it's interesting because Kaelan came across to me as like perfect. Like, this is a guy who's like doing a PhD while trekking across Norway while raising money for charity. I was like, stop it and leave something for someone else. But then when I look at the photo, I agree with you. There are gaps that make me concerned because, as you said, the drawstring I noticed because you've taught me well to look at stuff like that. He's not. It's not a strong pose in terms of he's kind of like hunched over. As you said, the buttons. So we kind of thought that he would go, in like a typical 10th place, 9th place kind of big, strong guy spot. But I agree that it'll come from some sort of blind side because of those gaps that you're pointing out.
And it makes sense that he, like, all those things that you said, like, perfect, right? But like, he's like, and I don't want to use the term just a guy, but he's the type of person that like does everything right. He's good, but kind of just goes with different things, goes with the wind when it's like, hey, come outside, just throws on a shirt, comes outside. Like, and so I feel like he is physically ready. He's going to kill it, but it might be in those small details. But I feel like he's got great energy.
Yes. Okay. I think all very, very astute. This is Kent. Kent is next. This is Kent.
I like Kent. Very interesting. Another quintessential Survivor winner pose. Hands crossed. No thumbs. It's really hard with Kent, right? Because first of all, I love the style, love this shirt, love what the material of what it looks like he has on under the cut of the shirt. It's like a deep V. He's
Very
giving
deep
me
V.
right. He's giving me. He could be a hairdresser. He could be a motorcycle with the tattoos. He gives me someone that has lived experiences. Right. Love the bracelets. Tells me he's got a little style. Feel like some of the bracelets mean something to him. He can somebody to watch out for because very smart. You can just see it. I can see his brain thinking, stylish. He is down to earth and he very much so has lived experience. That's a threat in the game of Survivor.
Yeah, I think he's the oldest person on the cast. So clocking that again, he's like a business owner, like multi-millionaire who's like met Jeff Probst and Mark Burnett. Yeah.
And he's in his like,
I can
feng
do what I want.
shui
Yeah.
aesthetic. Yeah. Can somebody to watch out for? Because again, but I also feel like knowing that with that little bit of information, I feel like he might feel like he's smarter or they should listen to like his way. And I hope that he doesn't get stuck in that mindset because I feel like Kent doesn't normally hear no in his regular life, right? He's a boss. And I feel like when you go on Survivor, sometimes bosses get humble, but I feel like he might have the right amount of energy to corral some people into being on the other side of the fat. Is it fashion? Fashion? I don't know. But
I
on
don't
the
think
other
it's
side,
fascist.
not fascist, no, but like fashion or the other
Yeah.
side. I feel like he can corral some people. So it'll be interesting with Kent.
All right. That's Ken. Not a lot of thumbs so far. And the trend continues with Max also not showing thumbs, showing a lot
Okay.
of undershirt. Oh, what side of
Right.
that shirt? No, that's just the right side of his shirt. I thought
That's
it
the
was like you
right
could see
side.
inside his. All right. What do you think of Max?
I like Max. I get gamer. I get like college, right out of college, might have his like first job. I feel like he's in a very specific field. I get little brother from him. I get very excited. Just you can even tell by this photo, like his eyes aren't even open. Like he's so excited to take the photo, the sun's in the eye. And if this is the best photo that they gave us, right? For me, I get very eager from Max. Again, quintessential hands crossed. He's wants to win, but I feel like he might not see what's coming.
Is his hand behind his shirt? Like in his shirt?
I
The
think
one
it might be
hand.
because that's why the shirt is pushed out that way.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Max, I just know I'm going to be right. That to me tells me Max is going to go 0 to 100, right? Like he was so excited to take this photo, he put his hand behind the shirt, right? Like, and just, and so although it's a quintessential winner pose, but like you did it so hard and strong, you kind of like messed up the silhouette of the shirt. And I feel like that is going to be, now I don't want to say this because I like Max, but I think pre-merge.
Oh.
And I don't
Well,
normally
it's
call well, I mean,
yeah. Because it's I mean, you don't want to like put that label on someone.
but Max, I'm a pre-merger myself, and so I take that title very prestigious. They want to get us out as pre-mergers, but I could see Max as a pre-merger, and only because he is so smart and ready to play. But I feel like again, Max is going to go 0 to 100, and I feel like let's take a look at this forearm. I don't know if that's firewood. I don't know if that's a crow.
I think it's a plane or a bird or Superman. I don't know
Right, I
what.
could see a plane.
Yeah.
A jet because Max is coming in fast and coming in hot.
Yeah. Well, it's like we often, we say no thumbs. Obviously, you say no thumbs. That's a very big rule. He was like no hand at all. Like that was a lot on that rule. Like that's not what we meant. Like that hand, it's disappearing. Like
It's
that's crazy.
disappeared.
Yeah. It looks
Again,
photoshopped.
0 to 100.
And then the sun is in his eyes a little bit.
Again, on Survivor, you got to adapt. When the sun is in your eye, you got to tilt your head. You got to step back. You got to work the camera. You can't let the elements work you. That's what I'm trying to tell people. These pictures are very telling. I have been on that beach. I know what it feels like. And these are very telling of a lot of how people are going to play.
Yeah, this is how I know, because I would be first boot in Survivor, and I have very sensitive eyes. And if you try and take a photo of me in the sun, like I cannot rally. I can't look down, look up. I can't do anything. I'm just dying, like in every single one. So I would be like that, but I would also like be first boot. So I think it tracks across the connectivity of these metrics. I think that's important. We have Myles.
Oh, I like Myles. I get Myles is from, first of all, hands on the hip, strong pose, no thumbs. I get Myles is very free spirited. I feel like Myles is very smart. I feel like Myles has like 6 roommates, right? Like that's the aesthetic that it get, like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's like Myles has 6 roommates. I feel like at any given time, you don't know what is in the refrigerator of the roommates, but I feel like they watch movies on Fridays together. So what I like about Myles is that I feel like Myles knows the game. I can sense that Myles is smart. And I say that Myles has roommates because I feel like he will get along with people in the tribe. And his shirt, a very bright floral shirt, a tank, loosely fitted. He's got his buff on, his hair out. He's got his glasses. We could see the sun reflection in the glasses, but Myles is still looking at us, so he's able to adapt. I like Myles.
Myles is surprising. I mean, obviously he's like a big fan, a smart guy. I think that speaks for itself. He's wearing glasses. But but he's also a pole dancer. Yeah. And he's got that great pole dancing core strength. If you want to follow someone on Instagram, Myles actually has a specific Instagram, like a separate Instagram account.
Oh.
That's separate from his actual Instagram account. And now I need to find him. But yeah, he's going to be really good at the challenges where you like hold up your own weight, because he's always having to do that. So he's Myles Kuah when he's just Myles, but his other account is Myles _ songs _ sex and stupidity. Yeah.
Okay. First of all, let me give it a little file. Let me hold on. Wait. Let me look. Hold on. Wait.
Are you committing to following Myles' songs, sex, and stupidity account?
I followed it. Oh, Myles is in heels. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Myles is going to be a challenge beast.
Yeah, he really is.
He really is. Oh, like listen, first of all, it's the glass platforms for me, Myles, and he's doing a split on the pole upside down.
Yeah, it's impressive. That's athleticism.
Listen, it takes a lot. You know, back in my day, I could drop it low, Shannon, but I can't get up as fast no more.
No, I know.
And he's a financial analyst. So Myles is going to be the numbers guy. Myles is going to I like Myles. I love the fact that this isn't a cast that I am used to, but I'm loving discovering all of these little gems about people. And I feel like I could see Myles going very far.
I love how much you love this cast.
Yeah.
I think it works because they are a weird cast. But the first time I was like reading their bios, I was like, this is so fun. Like they are an out there cast for sure.
I love it. Oh.
Last member of this tribe is Rich.
Okay. All right. Now, Rich is on the Brains tribe. Okay.
Yeah.
He is strong. He's exuding his strength. He's giving us a strong pose. However, like it's so strong that we can't even see your hands or we can't even see your arms. But what I do see is a thumb and a coconut. So
yeah.
Rich might be the first person to have had props taken on his photo, right? And so that says a lot. So what I immediately connect with Rich is, I feel like Rich is extra, right? And I love some extra people. However, I've been on the island with extra people and it doesn't always track well.
Who of the beauty tribe was extra other than you?
Believe it or not, Jeremiah.
Really?
Jeremiah was extra, but see, Jeremiah didn't know a lot of things, and so he was extra about a lot of wrong things. And so Alexis and I would constantly be going back and forth with Jeremiah in a very fun way about just like that's just not right, Jeremiah. But so he gets extra. I'm curious to know what he does for a living. For me, it's giving like fitness gym owner, construction. It's giving me something that I feel like would exude strength, or like what does he do?
So you were onto it with a bit with the props, because I was going to ask you about the history of props in cast photos, because I think he is breaking the mold by picking up a coconut and incorporating that into the pose. And with that in mind, props, he's a filmmaker. So I think that's why he
Oh,
thought to
to
incorporate
get
props. He
okay.
took it to that
And
next level. But he's also like
and
super fit and stuff, like for the fitness. So everything about that is
and
correct.
when you think of filmmakers, they're in a position of power. They're telling a story. And again, it makes me think even harder about this photo, because Rich is trying to tell us a story here, right? Like, I feel like holding that coconut is like I'm finding the idol, right? Like, for me, like, but he's very like,
Mm.
but it's not a rah, it's a rah, like, let's go. So I feel like Rich is going to be really good. I could see Rich, and I want to say, was this Zara?
Yeah.
I feel like Rich and Zara, I feel like they're going to work really well together.
Mm.
And I feel like Rich has what it takes to go far. But again, we see that thumb. And I think Rich, in trying to film his perfect season, he is going to forget that he's a cast member, right? Like, you're not filming the season, Rich, right? You're not like, I think that something like that is going to slip him, or the simple threat of him searching for idols or advantage, because he is very much telling us in this photo, I'm playing a play. And as a fan, Rich, I want to see it. I'm excited. Prove me wrong, Rich. But like, I feel like Rich is going to be very entertaining.
I think a lot of people are going to be like that, though. They're going to be like, fighting each other to blame out the fastest. Is probably how I see it. Okay, that's a whole brains tribe. Does anyone stand out to you? Is anyone permeated as a possible winner pick before we look at the Brawn tribe?
Who was this the second young lady we saw?
Laura, maybe, or I can go back. Let me stop me.
Indy. So we like Indy.
Indy. Yep.
So we can put Indy to the side. I like Zara, and I
Guys.
like Myles.
Myles,
Uh-huh.
Zara, and Indy are in the conversation.
And I'm gonna go AJ,
Okay. A lot of
because
options.
yeah.
Why
Oh,
AJ?
oh, okay,
This is Brawn. We've moved on to Brawn. They're in
okay.
blue. It make blue green. It makes no sense.
So what I love about this Brawn tribe, and I, so if we're going tribe photo from tribe photo, right? If that's what you were asking me, the winner is going to come from Brawn,
Ooh.
because it's let me make sure I get my words right
It's
for you, Shannon.
menacing a little bit, I think.
It's menacing a little bit, right? However, it's the formation, right? Like, they're in formation, but because Shannon did a better job on this side, and I can see a little better, they're information, but they're all like, I still see so much distinct personalities that it causes me to be like, wow, like, this is a very like, they're going to dominate. They're for me, and not even because of their sizes, because they look very similar in size to the other tribe. It's just the formation that this tribe is in that's letting me know, when we have to run out, when we have to swim out and get in a boat and row the boat, we're going to be in formation. When somebody is blindfolded and I gotta like call somebody, they're going like, it's the formation for me that I feel like is going to get them ahead. However, in true Survivor seasons, I feel like, although I said again, if you're looking at tribe photo to tribe photo, immediately I say the winner's coming from Brawn. However, my survivor in me makes me feel like the winner may come from Brains, because I feel like the Brawn tribe is going to dominate. And so the Brains might get picked off a little bit, but all you need is three. If we can get three Brains to stick together to the end, that really could be the ending of the story. So, although a winner is going to come from the Brawn or the Brain, I'm just giving you my options as to how my mind thinks. Immediately, I'm like, oh, the winner is in the
Mm,
Brawn on looks. However, after seeing a number of Survivor seasons and knowing that sometimes even when you are on the dominant tribe, some of the people that are left over on the other tribe really are a little more advantageous to win. So, but I like the formation.
Okay,
Okay,
Braun. Now let's get information.
information. Okay, I'm
Okay,
ready to see,
Braun.
because
Now.
I see some people I like already.
Yeah, interesting as well. Kate on the left for me in
With
the
the
in the
Crocs.
denim.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and she's wearing Crocs, which is a choice. And in her cast photo, like with the denim, I thought she was wearing like full jeans, but now I see that they're short denim shorts. So I think that's interesting. A lot of
It's
shorts
And
across the
mind you,
board.
she's not slick, because she is following from her predecessor. She's got a jacket. And clearly that jacket
Valeria.
looks more okay. She's giving me my Valeria vibes, and y'all know how I felt about Valeria. So I'm liking what I am seeing from her. But I also, my eyes draw to the young lady next to her. I like her. She
Mm,
like
Nunan.
it gives me a little Kirby vibes, but I like the choice, the Birkenstock sandals with some socks, the little I forget how you call that, the
Sweater
preppy type
vest.
sweater vest.
And
I
then a
I
backwards
like
hat. A lot going on with Nunan's outfit too.
they are telling us a story, and I like it, and I like to read that book.
Yeah,
I
I
like
mean,
this
there's
tribe. Yeah.
there's a lot there's a lot here from the outfits. I do think Kate, who's on the left, is trying to get Valeria beat on impractical outfits with the jacket that Valeria had. I think that maybe it was like a competition of like who could be more impractical than that. So let's get to that. This is Candy. This is someone you
Oh,
described about 30 minutes ago as a 13-year-old in velour pants. And here she is. This is
and
her.
the velour pants, but I like Candy a lot. She is, oh my God, wait, who is
Courtney.
how
Yeah.
you yeah,
Because she
she is
looks a lot
giving
like
me
Courtney. Yeah.
Courtney Yates
Yeah.
vibes, very strong. But for me, it's again, hand up on a tree. This is a new one. Hand up
Mm.
on the tree, putting the hand behind the head. It's almost like, again, another trick. Like, hey, I'm waiting. But she clearly is, she's strong, no thumbs. I'm loving the pixie cut with the bangs,
Yeah,
a
very
little
trendy.
pony. Very I like Candy. I, I,
Mm.
I, look, giving us direct eye contact. Is that a smize? Is that a
It
smile?
would
Is
be,
that
yeah.
a right? Like, she is very again, another unassuming pose. But for me, when you look at the pose, it's very friendly, hey, standing by a tree. But no, that pose is actually giving a very dominant, play with me if you want to. Don't think because my hand is in my hair that you can't clock. Like, I like Candy. You give Candy a star. I like Candy. And it's
Mm.
like she looks young, but don't assume that I'm 13, right? Like, I'm still an adult. Like, I feel like Candy is I feel like if we were in school together, even though I'm much younger than Candy, we would be friends. Me and Candy
Well,
would be friends.
I think you need another calendar that's just the women of this cast for every month of how much you've loved the women, especially of this cast. Now, I know we don't do thumbs. Do we do belly buttons? Is
We
that
do
that's
we
kosher?
can we can do belly buttons. Listen, because again, she's subtly letting you know that she's fit. And it's like, gives me a little baby spice. I used to love the
Yes.
Spice Girls, right? Like,
Yeah.
giving me a little baby spice, give me a little, she's young, very not flirty, but just very artsy. Like, I like Candy a lot.
Well, She's a model, so that's the smize, that's the pose, that's all of it.
Okay.
But the velour pants are not
They're,
practical.
they're coming back, Shannon. The velour is coming back.
But for Survivor,
Listen, it's comfortable at night. Yes.
it's never gonna dry ever.
I
It
feel
might
like
be
it would
worse
dry.
than denim.
I feel like it would dry faster than denim.
Well, that's very low bar. They're both bad options. Like, yeah, maybe, but like also bad.
It's the pleats in them, and they look like the thin velour type. So I feel like,
Okay.
or it almost could be the shiny, like fit dry material, but it just looks shiny. I feel like these would dry fast. I feel like Candy
Okay.
made a good decision. I'm not mad.
Oh,
Come on,
wow.
she's giving us very model.
You're really you're willing to accept the velour pants?
We the people accept.
Well, if we're gonna compare velour and denim, this is the person to do it with because this is the aforementioned Kate, not in full length jeans as assumed, in the short shorts with this top denim rhinestone. Tell me your thoughts on Kate. By the facial reaction, that says 1,000 words.
She ain't Katie Holmes, but I ain't sitting her with Kate. This is hard. Now, first of all, nobody's gonna beat my baby Valeria. Okay, that's just point blank period. So Valeria is up on the shelf by herself. But let me just tell you this, Kate. From that group photo to this, I was a little nervous because I was like, I don't know what it's giving. But Kate eats down. This is like Kate. I mean, this is a Kate look. This is a look, and it is like. First of all, I'm loving these women, right? Because first of all, they're beautiful, and Kate is giving us a very soft pose, hands folded, winter pose, leaned against the tree, which is telling me that she's going to rely heavily on a close ally. Smiling, but we don't see any thumbs. So she's going to be playing the game, and she's strong and she's beautiful. And it's the effortless of Kate's pose for me. She's heavily leaning on that tree, right? So again, she's going to have ace boom coon, a number one, and the smile that she has gives me that y'all don't know who my ace is, and that is going to keep her ahead of the game. Y'all think, I got this louder outfit on, which we love loud outfits, but that's not what really meets the eye. Kate's going to be a very strong player, and she's going to be a loyal player, but she's going to be a fierce player. And Kate ate down in this photo. Kate ate down.
You have a bell now?
I mean, for Kate, I do.
Well, so winner contender, it seems, for you.
It could be. Hold on, but it's definitely a follow. What's Kate's last
her
name?
On Instagram? Okay, I'm gonna have to find her because she's a DJ and a dancer, and I think she's under Kate Chaos. Yeah, Kateekaos, which I recently found out is actually not her last name. But right, it says it right here that it's not her last name. I don't know how I didn't pick that up. Kate Glothchis. A lot of the Powerpuff Girls imagery in her content, which I appreciate. And I think you're gonna like her content, her fashion.
I could see the Powerpuff Girl draw from this outfit.
Buttercup?
You watch the Powerpuff Girls?
Of course I watched the Powerpuff Girls. Last week I got a mini Powerpuff Girls backpack. One of my favorite shows ever, obviously, because I have taste. She could be like the Buttercup, but I'm not the Buttercup. Listen to me, the Bubbles. Now it's like seeming like I don't watch the show because I made one confused. No, I have a backpack. I was just, you know what I mean, Bubbles. The joy and the laughter. I think that's her. Buttercup is the toughest fighter. I know that it's different. I'm sorry, I screwed up the names. Okay, take away my Powerpuff Girls fandom. But what about the shirt? Right? Look at the buckle and like I'm just stuck on the practicality of these outfits because I just feel like in a challenge, you'd be more worried about things popping out than you can be on completing the task at hand.
That's what the buffs are for. You can put the buff on.
True.
You see people do that. Listen, Kate's about the look, and sometimes it's very important. I just went skiing this weekend, and I Got to the top of the mountain for the look. But I can get down. I could ski. But sometimes you got to go for the look. And so I'm not mad at Kate. Kate's eating down.
Okay, well, you've accepted a lot of fashion choices that I've queried, but you're the expert, but I still have my questions. This is Kristen.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, love Kristen. I like Kristen. There was this lady at my job named Mary Jo. Kristen reminds me of Mary Jo a lot. Mary Jo she was a secretary at my job, but Mary Jo was the lifeline. When you ran out of paper, you ran out of something, you go to Mary Jo, and Mary Jo could deliver. Mary Jo was a mother. She had grandkids. She liked her family. However, somebody new came into the office and they wasn't really that, like, they ain't really pay Mary Jo no mind. They didn't say hello to Mary Jo. They like, if Mary Jo liked you, you knew it. And if Mary Jo didn't like you, you knew it. I get that vibe from Kristen. Kristen is clearly a survivor in some aspect of her life. Hands crossed, means business. Again, let's talk about, you see where Kristen is leaning on that tree. Could her and Kate be allies? I don't
But they just
know.
like the shot is like they're both on the other side of the tree, and it's like they just cut it, and it's like it was a double shot. Because like I feel like, I mean, I guess all trees look the same, but it always feels like they're just using the same tree.
The same backgrounds.
Yeah.
But Kate's out here. She's strong. I feel like she is used to being underestimated. And I feel like she's going to, again, get a strong an alliance with someone. And Kate's going to go far. I feel like I could see a lot from Kate. I like Kate. She's going to be loyal. She's going to be
This
trustworthy.
is
Kristen.
Yeah.
Y'all know what I meant.
Yes. Kristen, so she's wearing 3 layers.
She's smart. Okay.
That's good to layer. I actually am very on board. In terms of practical outfit choices, great to wear 3 layers. Now you have 4 different actually more, because you could wear, there's so many. I can't even do the math right now. You could do 1, 2, you could do 1, 2, 3, you could do 2, 3, you could do, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And then you could just do one by itself. That's good.
Pillow covering. Yeah. And here's another thing that I'll say. I've seen a lot of buff choices of people wearing their buffs, and it hasn't been great. I love the crispiness of Kristen's fold of her buff, right? Like, that speaks to me. Like, it's not around her arm, which that's easy to do. A lot of the guys on the other tribe have had their buffs on their head. Like, it just looked messy. Kristen looks neat, and that tells me she's methodical. You might not like slow and steady. You might not see her coming, but she's paying attention. She knows where the bodies are laid. Kristen's somebody to watch out for. And again, this is a quintessential survivor pose. She also, like our friend on the Brain tribe, you can't even see one of her hands.
Yeah,
you can't
like
even
that.
see one of her hands.
That's true, but he put it behind a shirt, which it was unnatural. This is just like naturally tucked in behind the arm.
You see the difference? You see when I say he's going to go 0 to 100, and you see methodical. Like, if Kristen will be a killer, she'd be a nasty. You never see her coming. You wouldn't even see her hand.
Yeah. Firstly, it's 7 different outfit options. Secondly, she's an aviation firefighter. She's a mom. She's got it all on lock. Yeah, no, aviation firefighter sounds made up, but it's a real thing. So.
First of all, firefighter right there. First of all, you put her in my winner pick pile. Put Kristen in my winner pick pile.
Yeah, I feel good about that. I felt the same about
Kristen. It.
All right. This is Morgan.
Oh. Yes, Morgan. Okay. Very cutesy, very demure. Again, interesting pose. Hands up. She got, like, again, it's just very interesting. But for me, these poses signal, like, willing to play, willing to work with you, but she's got her hand at the bottom of her elbow, which me signifies, I could cut you if I want to. She's reminding me a lot of Claire from season 44. 44. I'm getting young. I'm getting athletic. I see the tattoos, so she's got a story. She's got her braids down. She's braided her hair, so it's like she's ready to play. I get Morgan. It's like Morgan reminds me of my friend. Her name was Missy, and Missy was my girl. But you do Missy wrong, and Missy is coming for you. I get that with Morgan. I feel like Morgan is like, I can play nice, but I can cut you and I won't stop until I get to the white meat. And she got her hand right there ready. Morgan's going to be a player. Morgan's going to be very interesting to watch. And she's holding her buff. Like, she's like, I feel like right. I feel like the photographer is like, model, guys, I need you to model the buffs. Because like this is like a Gap commercial. Like, this is very like and Morgan's very simple, right? Like little yoga pants and like a nude color sports top. So I get Morgan's going to be low maintenance. She's going to be easy to get along with people. And I feel like somebody's going to rub her the wrong way. And we're going to know, because I like Morgan.
Yeah, I mean, they've shown a little bit of previews that she's being a little bit confrontational, so I think that's accurate. It is very depressing that they're making them model the buffs because they don't sell the buffs. So it's like, you're just showing us what we can't have. Like, show it off so we know what. Like, usually I used to get it at Talking Tribal, and we need the buffs. People want these buffs. So yeah, Morgan is an Olympic runner. Yeah, Olympian, which we have every season. It's kind of like, at this point, it's not even special.
She's still special, and we can see it. She's athletic. She's like,
I mean, it's very special. She's an Olympian, but it's sad how like there's one expected every season.
And I love it. Yeah, I like Morgan a lot. I feel like she's like she's here to play. Morgan's not here to make friends. She'll make friends, but I'm not here for that. Morgan's here to win.
This is Nunan, who you liked before, in the sweater vest.
Yes, I like Nunan a lot. I feel like she's hugging the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And
that same tree.
That same tree. But I feel like, hugging the tree is, I feel like, something I would have done when I was younger, right? Like, I feel like I was not comfortable, right? Like, just with who I am. And so I feel like Nunan hugging that tree is kind of like her, like, what am I doing out here? However, I'm looking at Nunan. Nunan is the MFing star of the show, period. I could tell by the way she got her buff, her sweater. Nunan, you're a star. And I know you're a star. And I feel like I feel like holding that tree is like, I feel like Nunan might have a rough start. I feel like she might not like get along with people or something. But the second Nunan steps from that tree, we gonna see. Because again, hands down to the side, she wants to be out here friendly. Like, she wants to play with people. However, Nunan can put in work, and we don't see any thumbs. And she's holding a tree. So it's like, and she's eating her face card, not declining. The way the wind is blowing, looking directly at us. I see the eyebrows, Nunan. Nunan is serving.
Yeah, and again, her brows are on point.
They really are. And she is staring like, I feel like she is staring at me, which they all are staring at me, and also just the low quality of this PowerPoint. But I feel like I know. Yeah, Nunan is a star.
Well, Nunan's whole thing, like, Nunan's like a big Survivor fan.
So I can see it.
That's been the thing. I don't think that Nunan knows she's a star, though. Her bio is very like, I'm kind of like the black sheep of my family. Not the black sheep, but like everyone else. Like, actually, her brother is a jockey, so he gets off horses and takes his hat off. And so her thing was, I feel like she came across in her bio like kind of underconfident, and maybe Survivor will be where because she loves Survivor, that'll be where she finds like her voice,
That's what I'm saying. That tree symbolizes like her brother, right? Like, Nunan gives me middle child. No, symbolizes her brother, like he's the jockey. He's the, like, he's a jockey, yeah. He is, the tension normally surrounds him. And so like Nunan's like, I'm here to support my brother. But baby, Nunan, we're letting go of the tree. Because Nunan, you are I see it.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's Nunan. And this is our last woman of this tribe. This is the last woman of the PowerPoint presentation. This is Zara. Thoughts on Zara?
I like Zara. Zara is very. I like. First of all, I feel like I got that same shirt, Zara.
I can picture
I I actually will. I'll send it to you when we stop because I have that shirt.
it.
Okay, I'm sensing a ladies' alliance
Oh, that'd be
in
cool.
the Brawn tribe because they all are like on connected near this tree. So I feel like there might be a sense of a Black Widow brigade. I don't know, but I'm
Well, maybe the
seeing that like
photographer just was like, we have to take photos by the tree, but they are all heavily interacting with the tree. It is true. It's very tree based.
Zara is very like hands crossed, no thumbs, but Zara is looking like directly at us. Like her body language, body positioning. It does look like she might be like leaning on the tree with like her thigh a little bit, but making like direct eye contact. Like I feel like Zara gives me a little scrappy. She's got her hair up, not like a lot of the ladies have had their hair straight, curled, flowing. Zara has her hair up, ready for business. I could see Zara and our Olympian either BFFs, allies, or like I could see them butting heads. But Zara just gives me like chill, like into sports, free, fun, but deadly. I feel like Zara is the one not to sleep on. First of all, I just feel like I keep saying such nice things about everybody because this
True.
cast is so it's like life full in this cast. Like it's like I cannot wait to see how they all are going to mesh. But I like Zara. Zara gives me like chill. Like I feel like Zara is she the one that had the backwards hat or that was
No, that was Nunan.
I
I don't
just
think
get
Zara had
like
a hat.
Zara is like real
Um,
chill. She got a
no, Zara's just she's there in her like shorts. She's got some colorful socks and also Crocs. I think colorful Crocs. A lot of
it's interesting
Crocs.
because Zara looks so
Looks good.
different in her solo photo as in with the tribe. And so just because you went back and forth, I feel like now looking at Zara from the tribe in this photo, Zara was trying to fit in that tribe photo. Like, I'm gonna do what everyone wants me to do. But in this photo, like her really individuality comes out. And so I feel like Zara may have a hard time integrating with the tribe. I'm not
Mm.
sure.
Well, Zara's a power lifter. And
Oh,
Zara said that she'll be honest to people's face, and if like they don't like it, that's their problem. And we were like, but isn't it kind of your problem on Survivor? So I think you might be right, based on her own admission in her own bio.
I mean, listen, I
I'm
sees
so
it.
I'm so curious where the winner pick is going to go. But these are the men of Brawn. This is
Oh.
Ben.
Hello, Ben. Okay, maybe the photographer does have an affinity for trees and bronze. Ben gives me very tall. Ben gives me dad vibes. I feel like he might be a father. Ben, quintessential winner pose. And when I mean quintessential, we don't see any of Ben's hands. We just see his wrist. So when I say Ben is out here playing, Ben's not leaving anything for people to guess. That can either work extremely in his favor of like he's going to be keeping us guessing, or he's going to be such a mystery that people are going to be like, wait, what's going on with like we can't trust Ben. So I don't know about Ben, but he like Ben seems tall,
Yeah, he
or
does seem tall.
that tree is very small.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'm going back to the. I want to put him in
Yeah.
context. Yeah, Ben is the tallest one. Yeah. So
Okay.
Ben's
Yeah.
tall. Um, Ben is a father and a stonemason.
Oh, I I lived next door from 7th grade to like 12th grade to a stonemason. His name was Joe Flood. And
Oh, that sounds
he
made
had
up.
two daughters. And Joe Flood, when you saw him, you wouldn't think he was that friendly. But when you got to know him, he was like a giving, loving, but not really affectionate type of person. And so I just think of my stonemason connection.
Yeah.
I feel like Ben might not give warm and cozy, but I feel like he is in his own way and he can be loyal. And he's a dad. So, like, yeah, I like Ben. I hope that him not showing his hands, I hope it doesn't raise too many red flags. But I like Ben.
I don't think all stonemasons are literally like the same. We don't know that. We not necessarily, maybe, but I didn't think so. This is Jesse, and this is a strange pose. I'm interested for your thoughts on Jesse. He's got a shirt with dragons on it, and he's holding his buff again, kind of like modeling the buff. What are
It's
your thoughts on Jesse?
it is very evident that like they clearly said model the buff because it's
Yeah,
like because I don't know what Jesse is doing. Um and
yeah,
he almost look a little crazy, but having the dragons on his shirt, um, dragons are interesting creatures. Like, you think when you think of a dragon, you think fire, but really a dragon just be chilling by itself,
yeah,
eats,
yeah.
sleeps, only gets the fire when the dragon is
Provoke.
awoken, right?
Mm,
He has his hands up. Again, an interesting pose, which is an unassuming pose, right? Like when you see a pose like that, you wouldn't think that someone is trying to fight or ready to fight. Like it looks like he's there to have a good time. I can see a thumb.
yeah,
And so that again for me, specifically with this pose, I feel like Jesse might be the funny, ha ha ha. Like I
yeah.
get he might have a really good sense of like humor, and I think that that might be something where can get to be a downfall, or he's going to miss something where maybe him joking around being like maybe making light of situations, something is going to slip through that crack because I can see that thumb. But I feel like he's going to be an interesting person. I feel like he's going to be like a dragon. I feel like Jesse can spit fire, but for real, Jesse just want to chill. Jesse just want to like eat some grass, eat whatever dragons eat. Hopefully it's not House of Dragons what they eat, but
What do they
I
eat in
feel like,
House of Dragons?
I mean,
People?
cattle, people,
Oh, yeah.
but again, Jesse can eat people. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, he's a dragon. He's coming to play, but I see that thumb. Uh
Mm. Yeah, I was worried what you would say about it because Jesse is my winner pick, and it was definitely like kind of an off-brand choice for me of what I usually do in Australian Survivor. The thumb worried me. It does look like he's kind of running his hands through his hair, but his buff is on his head. So that kind of worried me as well. But I do think that this cast has given us so many firsts for the cast picks, like let alone the first prop, and so many poses I don't think we've ever seen before, ever.
yeah.
Like ever.
Let me find out Australian Survivor is listening to Issa Look as well, because my Issa Look with Rob has single-handedly changed the way people pose on Survivor. Like, I mean, it's factual.
Yeah,
So,
they're reinventing the wheel. You're reinventing the wheel. They probably definitely some fans must have listened to you and thought, "I'm gonna do something here."
and I like it. I do
Yeah,
like Jesse. Like again, strong face. The dragon, I like the dragon. I feel like you don't wear a dragon on Survivor if it doesn't mean something to you, right? So it's like we know he's got the dragon in him.
yeah. Well, he's a skateboarder. He plays the flute often on the skateboard. He definitely does seem like the jokester. Well, there's a lot of jokesters. There's like a whole tribe of jokesters, but like he seems funny and he's a dad too. So he's got a
Oh.
lot going on. He's got a lot going on. This is Nash.
Okay, I like Nash. Nash is pretty tall because I saw him standing next to Ben, and they looked
Mm,
almost the same height. I like Nash's tattoos. Again, an interesting pose because it's like hands in the pocket, but we don't see any thumbs. He's giving directly at us. I feel like very unassuming. I feel like Nash is like going with the flow, but I feel like Nash ain't really about play. I feel like he's used to his size being very dominant, but I see Nash. I see him as a father role, could see him as a husband. I feel like Nash will fit in with other people really well, but there's something light. There's something, can't really put my thumb on it, but there's something interesting that I haven't seen in the other two men, and just the energy that I'm getting from Nash, right? I see that necklace that he has on, and so for makes me feel like could be something like religious, something important to him, but he didn't want to highlight it too much, so he tucked it underneath his shirt. Like, I feel like as much as you're leading towards the skateboard and flute, there's something about Nash's energy that in just this photo, and again, it's nothing special about the photo, but there's something there. I like Nash.
Energy. Well,
He's
yeah.
seasoned. He's not a young chicken, but I feel like he's the right age to let most people win Survivor.
But there is a lot of like ads that show that he kind of puts people off, like from the jump. So that that's not been good. But maybe the light you're seeing, you're like, I'm seeing something. He knows Ferris. Zaddy calendar participant Ferris. So
Oh.
I don't know what advice Ferris gave him, but it probably should have been don't put off everyone immediately. And it seems like that's what's going to happen. But who knows with the ads, they could be misleading us. But
But
yeah.
sometimes makes me think of a cue, right? Like,
Well, that's not
sometimes
good.
well, it's not good, but it kind of, you being that person that puts off, like it almost makes you a shoe-in to stay, because it's like, well, if I know Nash is getting on everybody's nerves, let me kind of keep him along. And if Nash can make it long enough and then start winning immunities, and then like there's a road to the end. There can be with putting people off, but there's something about Nash that I do like. And maybe it's a little sinister. Maybe Nash is like, I ain't taking no BS. There's something there. I like Nash.
I don't know how you're going to choose Winnipeg. There's so many good
I
options.
know.
This is Paulie.
Oh.
Paulie went for the layers as well. And Paulie went for a very high pant tucked in. This is just for the people listening, really the videos where it's at, but like shirt, very unbuttoned to reveal another shirt.
Another
And
shirt.
then that shirt, the top shirt, is tucked in to some high pants with a belt.
And with a belt, but that belt looks like a special type of belt. You see how it gets like smaller at the end? But
Mm.
listen, Paulie's pants are tucked in. The belt is neat. He has on two shirts
Yeah.
neatly. He
Yeah.
has the buff. Actually, I gave my girl, my first winner pick lady on this tribe, I gave her a compliment for how
Kristen?
neat her buff. Yes, I think Paulie's buff might beat Kristen's buff. Paulie is giving us quintessential winter pose, hand cross. He's leaning on the tree. He's got tattoos. We can clearly see how big his forearms are. He is great set of hair. He's let his beard grow in with the mustache. He is like smiling, looking directly at us. I mean, have I spotted a zaddy? I don't know.
Ooh.
But Paulie is giving me, I like what Paulie is serving. Neat, organized, very concise in what he says, but also I could see the crazy in his eyes. That's like, don't test me. I like what Paulie is giving.
Well, I'm gonna go back because I want to see the pants in context, but also I think record low thumb ratio for this cast, like barely any thumbs. Okay, see, you can see the
Oh,
pants very
yeah.
high, but
Okay.
it's
And Paul,
working.
okay.
I love a high waisted pant.
So do I. Paulie is serving in that group photo, but he's giving something different in this solo. What's I think Paulie deserves a follow.
Oh, it's at Paulie Balls. I can tell you that for free. Also,
Oh.
I'm realizing now Nunan's shorts are dual toned, different colors. Interesting. Might be something there
Yes.
around, swapping tribes or something. But yeah, at Paulie Balls, Brice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Freak of the week. Okay, Mr. Balls.
I don't think that's his last name.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it is. I just thought he was being funny. Do you think it's Paulie Balls?
uh,
Paulie Ball Survivor. I'm Googling it. Um, no, I don't think. I don't think I should be able to get this up way quicker. Is this good? This is good podcasting. Okay, you we'll go to the next. Well, we'll go
Well,
to the next person, and then I'll tell you
I
what.
also get from Blood versus Water first season, I get a little read from Paulie.
Yes, I think that's a really really good pull. It
And
seemed his name is Paulie Michael, not Balls.
Michael. Okay. Well, I like
It wasn't
Paulie Balls
Balls.
better.
Now we know. Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with little balls, Paulie. I get Reed, and I think people forget how well Reed did in Survivor. And so I like Paulie. I feel like Paulie is what we need. What I fear though is from the other guys that we have seen, doesn't I don't see Paulie fitting in as well. I hope Paulie can get in with Nash. I could see a good little something there, but we like Paulie.
There's so many good options for your winner pick. Like,
I
how are we gonna
know.
do this?
Oh,
We have two people left.
PD.
This is PD. Yeah. He was also Paulie. Paul. Now he's
Okay, I don't
PD.
know if he's
Yeah.
a police department. I don't know what PD. That's the first time I've heard a nickname PD, but you know I have an affinity for an older man on Survivor. He gives me something declarated. He gives me something in the force, something.
He is a former soccer player and soccer coach.
Oh,
So
first
that
of all,
involves discipline. It
that
involves
involves
uniforms. It's physical. Similar jobs.
teamwork.
Teamwork.
Yes.
Fighting
My
crime, not that bad. Just soccer, but yeah.
Jatia from my season, her husband is a former soccer player, and he
Oh.
is the nicest, kindest man I know. And he is raising his son to be a soccer player, and the discipline that he has with his children, I absolutely love and admire. Makes I'm about to say Paulie. PD is standing hands on the hips. You can't see the thumbs. But remember how I told you, is he facing directly? No, he's kind of pivoted a little bit. And again, that is a good signal, because when you pivot, people don't see your hands on the hip as like a I'm ready to go. They more can take it as a, oh, we can work. Like, it doesn't seem as commanding, but it is a commanding pose. And so we could see the shoulders, we could see the body. Buff a little messy, not on the level
Yeah.
of Paulie, but we see the discipline. I like PD. And knowing that he was a soccer player and a coach, so that means he can get to work and he can coach a team. He can win us to victory. I like it, PD.
How are you going to choose a winner pick?
I don't know.
There's so many options. There's no way you can choose. Okay, that was PD.
Okay, and who do we have?
This
We have
is
one more.
Zen, the final member of the cast.
Okay. The fact that he's touching the buff again,
And the tree. This has
and
got
the
it all.
tree, but he has the tank top. Okay, wait a minute. Zen gonna get a follow from me as well, because wait, this better not be him. Zeno Cash. Okay, good. That's just somebody random. I was gonna be like, but I like Zen.
I'll find him for you.
It gives Surfer Boy, first of all, it's something about the haircut for me that I feel like me and Zen would get along. I feel like our playlist would be similar, because Zen has that taper cut. He's got the tank top on. If I wasn't mistaken, I would think Zen was from Boston or the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I can see that. He's not, but he is, obviously. But he's a hip hop artist.
What did I just say?
Yeah.
Shannon, what did I just say? It's the haircut. When men like Zen get that taper haircut, they can put the aux cord in my car. I knew it. Okay. We don't see no thumbs. Zen my winner.
Oh, no, Brice. That's a really bad take.
No.
You can't. It's just the last shiny thing you've seen. Everyone was good, and he's just the last one. He's a hip hop artist.
Okay. Well, I want
Zen to be good, but is it?
Oh yeah, but listen. Okay, Zen isn't my winner pick, but he is my zaddy pick. And
Zen.
I need to just see the Instagram. God. But listen, I like Zen's vibe. I just know. First of all, here's another thing. I know Zen and Paulie, they're going to get along.
Can you see?
Oh, see? Okay, okay. He a little what we call what's his name? What's I'm vanilla baby. Oh my god.
Are you
Oh,
thinking of a
this
hip
word.
hop artist or a survivor player? I'll try help
I'm
you.
thinking of hold on.
Okay, this is
Okay,
like,
Zen Harlow. Okay,
oh,
Zen Harlow. What's the Shannon? You're holding out. What's the Instagram?
it's Zen, but then it's like ITSZ full stop full stop N.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait.
And
Uh,
he's from the Gold Coast. So when you said Jersey Shore, like that actually kind of works. That actually,
listen,
that's what. Did you say
I
Jersey
like.
Shore? Yeah,
I did. I said Jersey Shore or Boston.
yeah. Did you find him?
I did.
And now you're just
Okay.
scrolling.
And what I love about Zen, okay, first of all, I feel like I just know Zen's personality. I feel like I have met Zen before. What I love the most about Zen is that, hold on, when did this release? They released the Survivor AU photo January 18th. Zen said, oh, I'm gonna drop my survivor photo, but let me drop this music video. Let me drop me in the gym. Let me show you my modeling. Listen, I like Zen's energy. I
His
get
energy.
his energy. I get a hustler from him. I feel like Zen is very attractive, but I also feel like don't let that underestimate you. And I'm gonna just I'm gonna just I'm gonna just give Zen a couple likes. I like Zen. I don't care.
Brice.
Now, like I'm sorry. I just feel like if I were out there and not that I saw a Zen, but again, I feel like I predicted his energy and it's like I could get along with that. I know how, and so I will say this. I would know how to present myself to a Zen like that, to a person like a Zen, but it makes me worried because I feel like I would know how to not play him, but like I feel like I would put myself in a position that like, oh, I'm working with Zen, but I want Zen to think that like he could beat me, but I'm working with 30 other people. You know what I'm saying, right? So it's like I feel like with Zen, what you see is what you get, and I think that that's an admirable trait. Like I just Zenny Zen. I wasn't
Really?
sure if this cast was going to have it for me, but
I think they did. I think that they've cleared that bar, Bryce. How are you gonna pick a winner pick? Is it really Zen?
I
Should
mean,
we go through
Zen
some?
is my zaddy pick. I
Okay.
like Paulie. I really want my dream alliance would be Nash, Paulie, and Zen.
Oh,
And
Nunan you
Noon.
liked?
And Noonie. Okay, so I liked Kristen. Obviously, I loved Kate. Uh I loved Candy,
No
but
one that you didn't like.
I know.
Take it back to the cast photo so you can see it, Bryce. It's very small in the cast photo, but it's not my fault, Bryce. I'm trying to fit 24 people into a PowerPoint presentation.
So
Who were the winner picks though? Who's one the one winner pick?
can I give you
No.
so I have to just give you one. I can't give you like one from the brain, one from the brawn.
If you do that, you still have to choose between them who's the actual pick. Still do
Oh,
that, but
okay,
then
okay.
choose an actual pick. Yeah.
So I'm
One
gonna
winner pick.
go with Kristen
From Brawn.
from Brawn as
Oh,
my
okay. High bar.
winner pick.
I almost did. I
A-
think that's a good pick. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with PD.
That's the same tribe.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't pick a woman and a man.
Oh, I
And
thought you
then
said Brain or Brawn. Okay, fine. A man and a woman, both from Brawn.
and then
PD? I'm shocked by that.
I'm
Not like
listen.
just because of you. Like I felt like you were higher on other people.
Yeah,
Well, you like them
but
too.
I like some, but it's that connection and it's that soccer coach. And then from the brain
A
tribe,
man and a woman from the Brains and the
and then
Brawn.
and then I'll like pick from
Okay,
then I'll
okay.
pick from
I'm
those
like, this is
two.
the whole cast. All right. Okay, so Kristen, and PD, and then from the Brains tribe,
I'm
a
gonna
man and a
go
woman.
Myles.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go, what's my girl with she had the
Indy.
braids? Indy.
Okay. Indy, Myles, Kristen, and PD. And then who's your actual winner pick from that, you know, big group that you've now narrowed it down to.
Okay, so can I pick a man and a woman?
No, just pick one person, Brice.
Oh my
One
God,
winner
no!
pick. If you want, we can start knocking people out. If you want to do that, fine. But then between those two, you have to pick one pick.
I love Indy. I love Myles. I love PD. I love Kristen. Okay,
You
I'm
have to
gonna
part with
go.
one of them. We could do it. We could do a top model style where I only have 3 photos in my hand.
No, okay. I'm going with Kristen.
That's your winner pick overall.
That's my winner pick.
All right. Okay,
It's
I think it's a good pick. But you loved everyone.
I mean, I loved everybody. So I'm really rooting for everyone. But again, it is like some of the people that the people make me think of. And Kristen reminded me very much of I like Kristen, but I loved everyone. I really did. And I'm super excited to watch
Oh my
this
God.
season. I'm super excited to meet this cast, hopefully.
Your enthusiasm for the cast can get anyone excited, because I know a lot of people have been like, but when are we getting to AUV World? You know, a lot of attention on AUV World, and that makes sense because it's going to be epic. Our mutual love, Sari, is playing in that, so very, very excited. But then, like, before we get there, we have this cast of interesting people that, you know, seem exciting, and I think that's going to be really fun as well. Thank you for breaking it all down for us, Brice. I learned so much every time.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me. Thank you for, for creating a PowerPoint that was amazing.
Thank you. And you've taught me so much. Like, if I look through the list of things I learned today, that when you get off a horse, you tip your hat. Now, I didn't know that. If I got off a horse, I wouldn't have known to do that. I would have been impolite.
Well, I'm just saying, if you are normally, it's if you're with, like, if you're on a horse and you see someone that you like and they're there and you get off the horse, then you go like, good day.
Good day.
So I feel like, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to spread love and spread a little good days.
Yeah. And you taught me that there could be a thin velour. I thought
Yes.
that, it's important to learn the things that I'm learning. I learn so much every time.
Shannon, I'm gonna send you some thin velours, and I think you're going to. When they make their comeback, you are going to be like, Brice, point to you. You are right.
I just don't think that will suit me.
Shannon, you got to trust the process.
I just really don't feel like that's for me. But I'm going to trust you. You know more than me. I don't see myself in velour.
Listen, you don't see yourself in a little thin velour and a little belly shirt. Show your belly button a little bit.
I really don't. Like, really, I don't. I don't at all. You know, I wear a shirt to the beach, so that's not me. But Brice, so much going on with you. Tell the listeners, because there's the events, there's the podcast, I don't know how you have enough time in the day.
It's a lot going on, but Brains and Brawns Tour 48, we just kicked off our tour announcement. So we are going across all of America. Our tickets are available. You click the link in the Brains and Brawns Present Instagram bio. The Purple Pants podcast is gearing up for our Survivor news coverage of Survivor Season 48. Amazing Races around the corner. So I'll be covering Amazing Race with my co-host, Brooke Camhigh, the winner of Amazing Race Season 28. I've got Purple Pants premonitions. If you are kind of like, there's a witch this season, right? And so I have a tarot card reader. His name is Gary DeAndre. Gary reads from the tarot cards, and he gives us our spiritual forecast for the month. I do a little casual tea, giving us the pop culture news that you need. My mom delivers a podcast every month. It's called Barb's Message. If you need a little inspiration, a little pick you up, I got you covered. So check out the Purple Pants podcast, available on everywhere where you get podcasts. And Shannon, thank you so much for having me. It's really a tradition. I love everything that you do. And I love the fact that, like, you think of me for things like this, because we don't talk often, but whenever I get a message from Shannon 6 in the morning, I perky up and I'm like, Shannon. So
yeah, I'm on the other side of the world. But that reminds me, Brice and when Australia win.
So it is so funny. I mean, listen,
people want it.
I mean, there is a world, and we've been talking about it. And I think with the season that is coming up, I think that it is something that we could potentially make happen. But you guys have to let me know. Do y'all really want to Brace and win in Australia?
Yes.
And okay. Oh,
yes. But why aren't you here right now?
Very good point.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. I think it is time for us to go international.
I think so. Well, we don't have Brace and Win in Australia yet, but still trying to make the events happen. For the people in Sydney, premiere party at Zetland Hotel. I'm going to post about it. That Zach Sinclair is always hosting these great premiere parties. I think there'll hopefully be some players there, and also Survivor Bingo, if you know how much I love bingo. So we're doing that. And then Eden, for the Melbourne Survivor fans, Melbourne has an amazing Survivor community that I really, really love. And Eden from last season is doing a free event. Both of these events are free. At his movie cinema in Rivoli. He's posted about that. I retweeted that. So go find that for the Melbourne fans, also for a premiere party. I think there's going to be some trivia. Eden's hosting it, possibly some players, some really, really fun stuff going on. So definitely, if you're in Melbourne or Sydney, there's some fun stuff happening on premiere night. Follow me at Shannon Gates. We've got the draft coming up before the season starts. And then we're going to be doing, I'm recapping every episode, Brice, every single one. So yeah.
Maybe you can send the links too, girl. You going to send the links?
It's not my fault, Brice. Okay? It's not. You need to see this cast because you love them so much. You need to watch them play.
No, I really do. Send me the links. I really want to keep up the season.
Yeah, that'll be on me if I don't. And now it's official that it would be my fault. Now we know.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Brice.
Yes, and recap episode with you this season.
Do you want to?
Send me the links.
Are you going to be keeping up?
Send me the links.
It's during Survivor 48 as well. That's the one annoying thing about it being later. I believe in you. I believe you can do it.
I think that it'll whet my appetite. So yeah, we'll be back. You'll see more of this duo.
Amazing. I love it. Well, Brice, 10 points to you. Thank you so much for coming on. And 12 points for me for thinking to have you on. So that's the win. But thank you so much. Thank you to our listeners. Thank you to our team behind the scenes. And I will see you next time.